Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you're all very well. Today I'm going to give you some tips. I'm actually going to give you 5 tips to help you to improve your reversing skills. However, before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. So let's get started, shall we? The first tip I've got is position. Be prepared to adjust your driving position. Now, when we're driving, we want to look where we're going. So as we want to normally be going forward, we are normally sitting in this position. When it comes to reversing, we want to be looking back. We don't want to be looking in the mirror. We don't want to be staring in the mirror when you're reversing. So you must physically look back. Now, in this position, if I'm looking back, I can just about see a little bit of the back window, and I'm really struggling and my neck is starting to hurt here. However, if I moved and I sat like this, I can see easily through the back window without much of an issue. Now, there might be some of you who cannot twist your body like the way I have done for medical reasons. You can get rotating car cushions which will enable you to rotate with ease, with comfort, and make the necessary observations. I found one on Amazon, and I've put a link in the text below, so if you guys do want to check this out, you're most welcome to do so. The second tip I've got is the way you hold the steering wheel. Now, learner drivers are taught either to hold the steering wheel at the 10 to 2 position or the quarter to 3 position, and that is what they do even for their reversing. However, that's not necessary. You don't have to hold the steering wheel at that position when it comes to reversing. Now, wherever you are currently, if you put 2 hands on the wall and you look back, you'll be able to see fairly well what's happening behind you. However, if you took 1 hand off the wall, you'll be able to see the same, but with ease, less discomfort, and you'll be more relaxed about it. You'll be able to look back for longer. So with 1 hand off the steering wheel, it'll make it less stressful for you, and therefore you can focus your attention on the maneuver rather than trying to struggle to make the observations. So what do you do with the other hand? 1 hand's on the steering wheel. What should you do with the other hand? Well, it's up to you. You can put it anywhere you like, as long as you don't touch the examiner. You don't put it on the examiner or the instructor. You can put it on your own laps. You can put it on the rest here, or alternatively, you can even put it behind the passenger seat, and you can steer with 1 hand. So that's the second tip, is you do not have to steer with 2 hands. You can, if you want to. Occasionally you can use 1 hand, and then when you look forward you can have 2 hands. So you can rotate between 1 hand and 2 hands. That is personally up to you, whatever you find comfortable. You can even cross your hands when you are reversing. That's no problem at all. You will not be marked down for crossing hands. You will not be marked down for steering with 1 hand either. So that's the second tip. The third tip I've got for you is seatbelt. Now, on most modern cars, the seatbelts are quite comfortable, and you can move your body around much as you want, and the seatbelt does not restrict you. However, on some of the older cars, the seatbelt locks fairly easily, and it prevents you from looking back. If that's the case, then feel free to take your seatbelt off. Legally, you do not need your seatbelt on when it comes to reversing. You can, by law, remove your seatbelt even in the driving test and continue reversing. The most important thing is that you do remember after the reversing to put it back on. So the fourth tip I've got for you is the mirrors. Now, the mirrors are adjusted so that you can see beforehand. However, when it comes to reversing, there may be an occasion where you think, hey, am I going to hit the curb or not? Or you could be doing the bay park and you think, am I on the line? And you can't see. There is nothing preventing you from lowering the mirrors. You can lower the left mirror, the right mirror, both of them. You can put them right down, see the line, and if you're over the line, then you simply go forward and come back and rectify your fault. If you're in the line, fine, there's nothing to do. Furthermore, there's nothing preventing you from opening your window and popping your head out fully and having a look at the line and at the wheels. The last and final tip I've got for you is your speed. Keep the speed slow as possible. How slow do you want to be going? You want to be going at crawling speed. So if you can imagine a baby crawling along, that is the speed you want to do your reversing at. Why is this so important? I mean, you might say, well, I'm quite capable of reversing faster, but there is no need for it. And furthermore, in the driving test, if you hit the curb whilst you're reversing, you can fail the whole test. Whereas if you were to touch the curb, you would not fail. And what's the difference between hitting the curb and touching the curb? Your speed. If you're going at walking speed, it's a hit. If you're going at crawling speed, it's a touch, and you would not fail your driving test for that. Well, those are the 5 tips. If any of you are struggling with your steering when it comes to reversing, then don't worry, as the next video I'm going to be uploading will be on where to steer when reversing and why learner drivers get it wrong a lot of the time. If you're a subscriber to this channel, thank you. If not, do consider subscribing, so when I upload my next video, you will get a notification on that. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.